Auto Club Speedway, formerly California Speedway, is a 2-mile, low-banked, D-shaped oval superspeedway in Fontana, California which has hosted NASCAR racing annually since 1997. It is also used for open-wheel racing events. The racetrack is located near the former locations of Ontario Motor Speedway and Riverside International Raceway. The track is owned and operated by International Speedway Corporation and is the only track owned by ISC to have naming rights sold. The speedway is served by the nearby Interstate 10 and Interstate 15 freeways as well as a Metrolink station located behind the backstretch. Construction of the track, on the site of the former Kaiser steel mill, began in 1995 and was completed in late 1996. The speedway has a grandstand capacity of 68,028 skyboxes. In 2006, a fan zone was added behind the main grandstand. Lights were added to the speedway in 2004 with the addition of a second annual NASCAR weekend. Since 2011, the track has hosted only one NASCAR weekend. IndyCar returned to the track in 2012 with its season finale race. The series previously ran a 400-mile race from 2002 to 2005. Track history, early history and construction. On April 20, 1994, Roger Penske and Kaiser announced the construction of a racetrack on the site of the abandoned Kaiser steel mill in Fontana, CA. A day after the announcement, CART announced it would hold an annual race at the speedway. 3 months later, NASCAR President Bill France, Jr. agreed to sanction Winston Cup Series races at the speedway upon completion, marking the first time NASCAR has made a commitment to run a race at a track that had yet to be built. Community meetings were held to discuss issues related to the construction of the track and the local effects of events held. The local community largely supported construction of the speedway, citing potentially increased land values and rejuvenation of the community. In April 1995, after having toured the sister track Michigan International Speedway, the San Bernardino County Board of Supervisors unanimously approved the project. The California Environmental Protection Agency gave Penske permission to begin construction after Kaiser agreed to pay $6 million to remove hazardous waste from the site. Construction on the site began on November 22, 1995 with the demolition of the Kaiser steel mill. The 100-foot water tower, a landmark of the Kaiser property, was preserved in the center of the track to be used as a scoreboard. 3,000 cubic yards of contaminated dirt was removed and transported to a toxic waste landfill. To prevent remaining impurities from rising to the surface, a cap of non-porous polyethylene was put down and covered with 2 feet of clean soil. Construction of the track was completed in late 1996. On January 10, 1997, Marlboro Team Penske's driver Paul Tracy became the first driver to test on the new speedway. NASCAR held its first open test session on at the track from May 5 to 7. The official opening and ribbon-cutting ceremony was held on June 20, 1997, with the first race, a NASCAR West Series race, being held the next day. California Speedway. The track was named the California Speedway from the time it was built through February 21, 2008, when the Southern California Automobile Club purchased the naming rights in a 10-year deal, thus creating Auto Club Speedway. Expansion and additions. With early success following the opening of the track, the speedway began to expand reserved grandstand seating along the front stretch with an additional 15,777 seats. In May 1999, an additional 28 skyboxes were added to the top of the main grandstand. In 2001, the Auto Club Dragway, a 1/4-mile drag strip, was built outside of the back stretch of the main speedway. The same year, the infield of the speedway was reconfigured to hold a multi-purpose road course. On April 24, 2003, the San Bernardino County Planning Commission approved the changing of the speedway's conditional use permit to allow the installation of lights around the track. Later that year, NASCAR announced a second annual Sprint Cup Series race at the track for the 2004 season, with the second race being run under the lights. NASCAR ran 2 weekends of racing annually until 2011 season, when the track returned to a single annual race weekend. In 2006, the Speedway's midway, located behind the main grandstand, was overhauled. The new midway, called Discover.The Fan Zone, includes the addition of apex, additional shade and lounge areas, a new retail store and an entertainment stage. In March 2014, Las Vegas-based company Exotics Racing expanded to California by opening a new 1.2-mile road course at the Auto Club Speedway. Configurations. Attendance problems. Upon the addition of a second NASCAR weekend at the track in 2004, attendance at the races dropped off dramatically, by as much as 20,000. With such a large attendance swing, drivers and media began to doubt if the track deserved 2 dates. Even if the track was near Los Angeles, the nation's second-largest media market, weather also became a concern, with either extremely hot days or with rain threatening the races. All of this factored into NASCAR's decision to remove a second race from the track with the realignment of the 2011 NASCAR schedule. Former track owner Roger Penske said the track may be located in a one-race market. Track president Jillian Zucker cited bad weather windows and fans having other entertainment options as reasons for the attendance decline. Effective in the 2014 racing season, the grandstand capacity was reduced from 92,000 to 68,000. This was accomplished by removing approximately 12,000 seats near Turn 1 and installing a hospitality area and a digital display showing speeds along the straightaway. In addition, seats were further reduced as a result of modifying average seat width from 18 inches to 23 inches. The capacity quoted does not include luxury boxes and infield seating, which when added up reaches a capacity of approximately 100,000. Name change. On February 21, 2008, the Automobile Club of Southern California became the title sponsor of the raceway, making Auto Club Speedway the track's official name. The naming rights deal will last for 10 years and is worth an estimated $50 to $75 million. In addition to naming rights, the ACSC will have use of the facility for road tests for Westways magazine and other consumer tests. The money will be used for capital improvements to the track. In pop culture, the facility is often used for filming television shows, commercials and films. In 2000, portions of Charlie's Angels were filmed at the Speedway, and in 2005, portions of Herbie, Fully Loaded were filmed there. In 2007, The Bucket List saw Jack Nicholson and Morgan Freeman drive a vintage Shelby Mustang and Dodge Challenger around the 2-mile speedway. A parody of the track was used in the 2006 Pixar film Cars. It is the venue for the Piston Cup tiebreaker race between the movie's main character Lightning McQueen, retiring veteran Strip the King Weathers and perennial runner-up Chick Hicks. The race is held held at the Los Angeles International Speedway, which is a conglomeration of the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum, the Arroyo Seco in Pasadena where the Rose Bowl is located, as well as the Auto Club Speedway. Fatalities during the 1999 Marlboro 500 kart race. Canadian driver Greg Moore died in a crash along the backstretch of the track. It was determined that after sliding along the infield grass, Moore's car hit the edge of oncoming pavement, which caused the car to flip into a concrete retaining wall. The incident prompted the track owners, ISC, to pave the backstretch of both Auto Club Speedway and its sister track Michigan International Speedway in an attempt to prevent a similar accident. Shortly after the crash, CART mandated the use of a head and neck restraint system on all ovals. The rule eventually became mandatory on all tracks. On April 5, 2002, Ricky Lundgren was killed in a qualifying session for a motorcycle race. On August 7, 2004, a police officer from San Diego, John Barr, died during an open-track event after coming off his motorcycle. On June 2, 2005, two men died while participating in an event sponsored by the San Diego chapter of the Ferrari Owners Club. On October 15, 2010, a 24-year-old woman died while participating in a driving school at the track. The woman was driving a replica Indy car as part of the Mario Andretti racing experience when she lost control and hit the inside wall of the track. Racing events. Current races: NASCAR Sprint Cup Series, Auto Club 400, NASCAR Xfinity Series, Treat My Clot, Com 300, Shell Eco Marathon Americas. Former races: NASCAR Sprint Cup Series, Pepsi Max 400, NASCAR Xfinity Series, Camping World, Com 300, NASCAR Camping World Truck Series, San Bernardino County 200, NASCAR West Series, Kart in Marlboro 500, IndyCar Series MAVTV 500, Rolex Sports Car Series Grand American 400, IROC, Super GT. Other events: Red, White and Amp Crows, a July 4th festival consisting of a car show, various family-friendly entertainment and a fireworks show. Epicenter 2010 at the Speedway's Midway. Cardenas Festival. The annual Cardenas Festival is held in the parking lot. This is a festival where all the companies that sell food at the grocery store Cardenas give out free samples of new or upcoming food. There are also performances from many artists. Track length of paved oval. The track length is disputed by CART and NASCAR that run at Auto Club Speedway. The NASCAR timing and scoring use a length of exactly 2.000 miles. The IRL timing and scoring use also a length of exactly 2 miles since their first race in 2002. CART measured the track as 2.029 miles and used this length for timing and scoring between 1997 and 2002. Track records. The closed course practice and qualifying one-lap records Arie Luyendyk had set in the run-up to the 1996 Indy 500 at 239.260 miles per hour and 237.498 miles per hour, respectively, were improved by Mauricio Gugelmin on September 27, 1997. He was clocked at 238.869 miles per hour and 237.498 miles per hour, respectively. After Juan Pablo Montoya had missed Gugelmin's unofficial record in practice, Gilda Ferran set a new official one-lap record at 237.977 miles per hour during kart qualifying on October 28, 2000. There is a discrepancy in average speed recognized because kart did use a slightly larger track length. Under kart measurements, the speed was listed as 241.428 miles per hour. As of March 2012, this is the fastest lap speed ever recorded at an official race meeting and the fastest ever lap on a closed racing circuit. The 2003 IndyCar race was the fastest circuit race ever in motorsport history, with an average speed of 207.151 miles per hour over 400 miles, topping the previous record average of 195.165 miles per hour over 500 miles, which was set by the final kart race held in Fontana the preceding year. NASCAR Sprint Cup Series stats. Asterisk from minimum 5 starts. NASCAR Sprint Cup Series race winners asterisk race extended due to green-white checker finish. Asterisk race shortened due to rain. Open wheel race winners.